Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my pickems for the APAC region. This was requested, I mean only once, but still this was one I was really excited to do because obviously APAC is kind of I'm part of the APAC region. Obviously I'm Oceania, so I'm basically part of the Asia Pacific region, which is pretty nice. So I get to obviously watch these matches live. So let's get right into the pick'ems. So first off with Full Sense versus Persia Esports. That was the Boy with Love team. I think with Asterix and Eol. I think those like I think it was like three Boom Esports players if I remember correctly. That is that team, Persia Esports, which is obviously a very famous and also very old Indonesian football team or soccer team. I think it's, well, I mean, yeah, football team. I, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong for your Indonesian viewers. Correct me if I'm wrong in that Persia Esports is a very old and very well known Indonesian football club. But I do have to give it a full sense, even though I think it might be a really close game with Persia Esports. I still think full sense will probably get the win. Bleed Esports is made in Thailand. Bleed Esports is obviously that team with Pith and Maxi, I think that's what his name is. Obviously the two Swedish players, so the first two players not from the APAC region to join the APAC, uh, well, sorry, to join an APAC team, and they got made in Thailand, which, I mean, they were pretty good at the beginning of Valorant, and they just kind of not showing up, I'll be honest, so, um, but I'd probably have to give it maybe to Bleed Esports. Even though Made in Thailand did decent in their group, they came second place though. But I still think Bleed Esports is gonna win that. Zerzia Esports versus Boom Esports. I'm gonna give it to Zerzia because Zerzia obviously it was the um I think wait, didn't they lost their, yeah, I need to actually remind myself about all the matches. I don't actually. Oh, so yeah. So they lost against. Who they lost? Oh, so they forfeited against Bleed Esports because I think Georgia was having technical difficulties. So they would have actually automatically qualified and probably would have versed made in Thailand, but they're versing Boom Esports, and I still think Georgia is going to easily win that. They're obviously the former X10 esports players, other than Surf, so yeah, my dog's barking great. PaperX versus South Built Esports. I do think PaperX is going to win. South Built Esports surprised me quite a lot against Velocity Gaming. Obviously that was the last match of the group stage, and they actually won that. They went 2-0 against Velocity Gaming when the desk was actually thought that might have been 2-1, maybe to Velocity Gaming's way, or even South Build Esports way, but it was easy, very easy. Well, but relatively easy 2-0 for South Build Esports, but still think PaperX is going to win it. Lower round one, Main Thailand versus Persia Esports. I actually can't remember who's in the Made in Thailand roster. I think I might heard of Congrade before. But they did. So I think they came second place, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So they did lose to Beam Esports. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go for an upset. I think Persia Esports are gonna win against Made in Thailand. Just something about it. I have a little more. I have a little more faith on Persia, to beat out Made in Thailand. Boom Esports versus Southfield Esports. I do think Boom Esports are gonna win. They have they had a pretty decent performance in their groups. Oh crap, where is it? Here. They won against No Namers, which is expected, and they won against Made in Thailand, which is also expected. So they haven't really versed like a top tier team, I guess, in the APAC region. So. But still, I do think it's going to be pretty easy for Boom Esports to win against Southfield Esports. Full Sense versus Bleed Esports. This is a tough one. Obviously, these two have been. They're probably maybe in the top 5 or even top 10 in the APAC region. I mean, Bleed Esports is definitely coming out. Full Sense is possibly maybe third behind Zergia and Paper X. Um, I'm gonna give it a Full Sense. I think Full Sense is gonna win the upper final. Zergia Esports versus Paper X. I'm giving it a Paper X. I think Paper X have a lot more firepower to them. They looked pretty strong in their group. I mean, they did lose to Persia. I mean, they did lose one map to Persia Esports, but that's also because, I mean, Persia. I mean, Flinch freaking sorry, Flinch freaking popped off. I just want to say, my God, hard carry. I just want just hard carry basically. From Flunch, but still think even though this roster didn't change anything from last year, correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't change anything. They probably maybe they added Davide or David One. I think I don't know how to say his name. Maybe they added him. I don't think so though. But I have a lot of faith on PaperX, and I do think PaperX is going to win against Georgia Esports. It could go to Georgia's way as well. So yeah, lower round two. That's all. I just have to say that. However, Persia Esports may actually give Georgia, is it Georgia? I don't know, a run for their money. I don't think Boom Esports is going to do it a lot against Bleed, but Persia may, may surprise some people, and I won't be surprised about it. They're definitely the dark horse of the APAC region. Upper final, Full Sense versus Paperex. I'm gonna give it to. I don't know really. Like, I mean, these four teams are undisputedly the top four teams in the playoffs. We'll just say that. So Full Sense, Paperex, Zerzia, and Bleed. You could maybe also argue Persia Esports has also been up there. I don't think Beamer Esports is not up there, but I think Persia is possibly the closest to the top four. Uh, Compared to main Thailand, Boom Esports, and South Build Esports. But that's just in my opinion. Obviously, people have other opinions. I'm probably gonna give it to Full Sense. They've been looking incredibly strong. Just like I keep saying, and I think the only change that they've done is added a Thea. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they added two coaches, so I do think Full Sense is gonna win that. Zerzia Esports versus Bleed Esports. I think Zerzia is gonna win that pretty comfortable. Actually, not that comfortably. I think it's probably gonna be 2-1 to Zerzia's way. Paper X versus Zerzia. I'm gonna give it to Zerzia. I think they're gonna get their revenge against Paper X. And in the grand final, I think it'll be Zerzia Esports winning it, which means that Zerzia in Full Sense will lock themselves into Reykjavik. But this is just in my opinion. So that is about it. Obviously, I have done my other predictions. I guess we'll have a look at them right now. Obviously, I'm only going to do the ones which are currently going on, but this is North America. We don't talk about it, okay? um, I'm shocked that Luminosity won against V1, I'll be honest. I think B-Dog definitely carried them, but either were great performance by B-Dog. And then obviously V1 being out Sentinels. If Luminosity, if I did pick Luminosity to win against V1 just for like a little, like just because why not? I would have definitely put V1 to win against Sentinels. They just have not been looking strong. They're actually already eliminated. I also got Knights kind of correct by losing their match against who was it? I think it was Xset if I remember correctly. So I'm not that surprised about that. So bit of a disappointment there for Sentinels. But I got C9 and the guard right, as of currently. EMEA's also, I don't know why I've opened that. The next one is Korea, and I've actually done pretty decent. Um, it's actually going pretty well. I mean, I got WGS and Dam 1 correct. I got DRX and Onslayers right. I got Dam 1 also right against Maru Gaming, but this is the issue. Holy moly indeed, they have surprised everyone, including me. I think three players that were formerly from TNL Esports, so kind of see that. But holy moly, they came out swinging against WGS. But I'll be honest, WGS is definitely the weakest out of the top 4 teams of Korea, so I'm not that surprised there, but still, holy moly indeed. I think that might be, is that all? Because I know Brazil hasn't started. APAC I just did. I should probably also submit the pickems. I think that was a good idea. Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why it didn't allow me to submit my pickems first. But that is my pickems. I just want to just clear that up. I think that's so. Yeah, so Latin America's coming up. Maybe do a pickems for the EMEA promotions. I'll probably do that. And yeah. So obviously when when all of the challenges are done, so all the regions like NA, EMEA, Korea, APAC, Brazil, Japan, and Latin America, I'll be then doing a full video of the results from the group stages and the playoffs, and then in a separate video, probably, I'll be looking at my pick'ems. So yeah, so that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.